Welcome to the team. We are absolutely thrilled to have you here. Now, as you step into your new role, you're going to be handling some highly sensitive, truly mission-critical information. Because of that, we don't just, email files around or drop them into standard shared folders. No way. Instead, we use SecureDoc Enterprise. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you'll navigate the system to handle our institutional documents securely. We'll cover the whole shebang, from the second a file is uploaded all the way to the incredibly strict security protocols that protect it. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First, welcome to SecureDoc Enterprise. Then, meet the key players. Third, the document lifecycle. Fourth, unlocking the vault. And finally, number 5, the unblinking audit trail. Let's jump right in. Welcome to SecureDoc Enterprise, our enterprise overview. Let's talk about the high-stakes reality of document sharing here, and why an everyday, run-of-the-mill file sharing tool just is not going to cut it for us. When we talk about SecureDoc Enterprise, I really want you to erase the idea of a simple digital filing cabinet. Completely forget it. This system isn't just a file drop. Actually, scratch that. It's the exact opposite. It's an encrypted fortress. It is a highly controlled, end-to-end, secure workflow system specifically designed to upload, route, approve, release, and audit our sensitive information. Every single document placed inside is stored with incredibly heavy encryption and can only see the light of day, meaning it can only be accessed by authorized recipients after it clears a rigorous multi-step approval chain. Moving on to Section 2, meet the key players and system user roles. To make a system this robust function properly, everyone needs a very specific job. So let's meet the cast of characters operating within this space. Now, what's really interesting here is the dynamic between the creator and the gatekeeper. On one side, we have the document sender. This is the person who kicks off the whole journey, right? They're the ones uploading the documents, setting all the parameters, and hitting submit. But here's the catch. They can't authorize a release themselves. That power belongs entirely to the approver. The approver acts as our ultimate gatekeeper. They review the submitted document and must actively decide whether to approve its passage or reject it right back to the sender. And then we have a completely crucial, kind of behind-the-scenes role, the auditor. Think of auditors as the silent observers of the entire system. They have the power to view the audit trail and access all documents, which ensures absolute compliance across the board. However, they are completely hands-off when it comes to the workflow itself. They literally cannot change a document status. They're there to verify, not to interfere. Section 3, the document lifecycle from draft to released. So how does a file actually move between these players? You can think of this as the hero's journey of a single document, transforming from a humble little draft into a heavily guarded released asset. Every single document in SecureDoc Enterprise follows this strict, unbending, 6-step chronological lifecycle. It starts out as a draft, uploaded but not yet moving anywhere. Then it's submitted by the sender, which pings the approvers. Once an approver opens it, boom, it shifts to under review. When all required approvers give the green light, it becomes approved. Only then can an admin move it to released, which is when recipients can actually view it. And finally, if access ever needs to be pulled for any reason, the document is revoked, permanently slamming the door shut on access. That whole journey starts right at the initial upload. Only users with the document sender role or admins can initiate this. And listen, when you click Upload New, you aren't just attaching a file. You're making absolutely critical security decisions. You've got to define the department, the confidentiality level, and the access mode, like is it view only or does it require extra verification? You also dictate exactly who the final recipients will be and which approvers need to sign off on it before it ever reaches them. So the sender has laid the groundwork, they've hit submit, and the document is now hurtling toward the absolute most critical crossroads of the entire workflow. What exactly happens when a document reaches the approver? Well, the approver gets a notification and heads straight to their pending approvals dashboard. They click Review to inspect the file. At this exact moment, the document's fate is entirely in their hands. They've got 2 choices, approve or reject. If they approve it, and everyone else required does the same, the document advances. But if they reject it, the file doesn't just sit there in limbo. Nope, it's immediately kicked straight back to the draft status, meaning the sender has to revise it and try the whole thing again. Section 4, unlocking the vault. Let's move to and see how this builds when we get to receiving documents. Once a document survives that approval gauntlet and is officially released, how do people actually look at it? Let's check out the recipient experience. But wait, Before a recipient ever lays eyes on the document, the system asks a very, very important question behind the scenes. How do we actually guarantee this file hasn't been secretly altered or corrupted since the exact moment the sender uploaded it? The answer to that is the SHA-256 integrity check. When a file is first uploaded, the system generates a wildly complex mathematical hash. It's essentially a unique digital fingerprint for that exact file. Every single time someone tries to view the document, the system recalculates that hash on the fly. If even a single pixel or a rogue comma has changed, the hashes won't match. Think of it like a modern digital version of a tamper-proof wax seal on a highly classified envelope. If the seal is broken or looks even slightly different, the system knows instantly, and access is halted right then and there. Assuming the integrity check passes, the recipient has to follow very specific steps to access the file. They navigate to My Documents, locate the released file, and click Secure View. But the vault door doesn't just swing wide open for them. If it's a highly confidential document, they have to generate a 6-digit one-time password. Only after successfully entering that can they finally view or download the file. So the crucial point here is this OTP verification. It's a time-limited 6-digit code sent straight to the user's email or displayed securely right on their screen. You can really think of this as a secret, constantly changing handshake required right at the vault door. Even if someone, say, accidentally left their computer unlocked while they went to grab a coffee, a bad actor couldn't open a sensitive document because they wouldn't have that real-time, one-time password handshake. It's a lifesaver. Now here is a slightly surprising gotcha for new users, so pay attention. Even when you prove exactly who you are and you're granted access, you are not given free rein. The secure viewer heavily restricts your actions. You literally cannot right-click. You cannot print. And plastered right across the document is a persistent, undeniable watermark displaying your own email and your current IP address. The system makes it crystal clear you are being monitored, and any unauthorized screenshot will be tied directly and immediately back to you. And that brings us to Section 5, the unblinking audit trail. We've talked a lot about protection, but what about accountability? Let's look at the ultimate record keeper. Every single interaction within the software is recorded in a chain of custody audit log. This is the true unblinking eye of the system. It tracks absolutely everything. Did you upload a file? Logged. Did you approve it? Logged. Did you just view it for 2 measly seconds? Logged. Every single entry includes the exact timestamp, the specific user, their IP address, and even the exact browser they were using. It ensures there is a permanent, entirely undeniable historical record of who did what and exactly when they did it. And this brilliantly illustrates the complete, overlapping net of security you'll be operating within. From the secret handshake of the OTP verification to the tamper-proof wax seal of the SHA-256 integrity checks, from the unblinking chain of custody audits to controlled downloads, and even automatic expiry dates that act like self-destruct timers for document access. It is a totally comprehensive suite designed from the ground up to protect our institution's most vital data. As you start your new role and begin handling these highly sensitive materials, I want to leave you with this final, very provocative thought straight from the user guide. Every action is logged with timestamp, user, IP address, and browser info. Let that sink in. Every single click, every approval, and every view is forever tied to your name. The system is incredibly secure, but at the end of the day, its true strength relies entirely on the integrity of the people using it. So are you ready to take custody? Welcome aboard. And thanks so much for learning with us today.